Kathopanishad proclaims that the ignorant ones, proud of their bodies, as per their thoughts and their deeds, are born as various bodies in various species. And some even fall into the state of inertia.
As long you live in installments. Even if you borrow, live happily, live in installments.
Hey! Jester living in installments? I'm right here. Where are you going?
Anchor, I am on my way to provide nourishment to my 5 senses and mind.
Oh,
My eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and touch, whatever pleases them. I'm going to live it up with that.
really? Is there any cash in your pocket?
I will borrow.
What?
These days, money lenders are looking out for borrowers.
And if you are unable to repay your debt then, and if there is a rebirth, you'll have to pay for your actions in the next birth.
Anchor, is there actually rebirth? Is there actually some law of karma?
Jester, if you really wish to know, then I can tell you a story explaining the law of karma and rebirth.
Quick, Gurudev, tell me fast.
Sure. So listen. This happened long ago. In the kingdom of Shursen, there was a king named Chitraketu. Chitraketu had several wives, but he had no children. By Chitraketu's good fortune, suddenly one day, Rishi Angiras came to his house.
Maharshi, by your grace I own an invincible fortress. I have efficient ministers, an erudite guru, an opulent treasury, a heroic army, and good-hearted friends. If there's anything I lack, it's a son who would perform my last rites.
Right from the ancient times until the present day, why is the desire for a son so strong, Anchor?
Traditionally, some people are convinced that only a son can ensure a father's liberation. However, in the Srimad Bhagavatam, this has been refuted at several places. King Parikshit attained liberation through his own efforts and surrender, and not through his son's prayers or performing last rites.
So what did Maharishi Angiras say?
King, not having progeny, not having sons, is not a deficiency, not inauspicious. Even those who have sons, have they attained liberation?
But due to Chitraketu's repeated requests, Maharshi Angiras performed a yajna to satisfy his desire for a son, and gave the prasad from yajna to Chitraketu's wife Kritadyuti.
King, as per your wishes, I have accomplished the yajna ritual. In due course, your wife will give birth to a cute son, who shall be the cause of all your joys and sorrows. Now permit me to leave.
Why are you so upset about Kritduti's happiness, Kanchanvarna?
All of us should be upset about it. And not just me.
Why?
Because the king considered just Kritya Dyuti worthy of bearing her son. Any one of us may have been given the Yajna Prasad. What is so special about Kritya Dyuti that she alone was considered worthy of bearing a son?
Perhaps Rishi Angiras might have.
Rishi Angiras did not select her. But our own husband Chitraketu did.
What was to happen has happened. What is the use of feeling envious?
Today I am the one who's burning with envy. And someday it shall be you.
What is the matter, King? You seem extremely worried since a few days.
I wonder why did Maharshi Angiras tell me that your son will be the cause of your joys and sorrows.
Sons are always the cause of their parents' joys and sorrows. If the son remains obedient, there is joy. If not, there is sorrow.
So then, will my son rebel against me?
Just imagining things can be so disturbing. Why should one fear the unknown future, King?
Can our desire possibly be the real cause of our sorrows?
Congratulations, King. The words of Maharshi Angiras have come true. Queen has given birth to a son. Congratulations, King. Congratulations.
Congratulations to all you two. He is not just Kritadyutis, but your son too. So consider him as your own son and love him like that as well.
May we all go with you to see our little prince?
Let me consult the astrologist first.
It should be all right for the king to see the prince at dusk hour. The other queens too may see him at that time.
How would be the future of our prince?
The prince will be the cause of his parents' joys and sorrows.
Which means?
Life is not a straight line, queen. Life is a constantly rotating wheel. There's joy, there is sorrow. There is happiness, there is misery.
His lifespan?
It's adequate.
Oh.
Pardon me, King.
What is it?
The Queen wishes to see you.
Tell her that I shall come to see her as soon as I get the time. No need to keep on reminding me about it every time.
Does the king have time for anyone except Kritadyuti now?
The king could not stay without you even for a day.
Don't rub salt on my injury. He did wish to make all of us just like you.
Now I have no more value than a slave maid. Perhaps we all?
Kanchan, neither can you ever be a slave, nor can we. We want the king. Now tell us, finally what should we do?
Will you all be on my side?
Yes.
If need be, will you be able to take someone's life?
Whose?
Kritadyuti's?
No. The one who's the cause of king's attachment. You are very fortunate, Kritadyuti. You have gained king's love and a son too. I am jealous of you.
Jealous? The king equally loves you. And after all, my son is yours too.
That is your generosity. Else we all are devoid of love for a son.
Apara? Apara! Will you alone spend time with the prince or will you bring him to us too?
Queen, the prince. The prince's eyes have become still. King!
What happened?
Someone, the prince.
The prince? What happened to him?
Someone poisoned him, King.
King, Rishi Angiras and Devarishi Narada here.
At this time, bring them here. Maharishi, your words have come true. See, here before you is the cause of my joys and sorrows.
Chitraketu, joys and sorrows are the states of your mind. What mind likes is joy. What it dislikes is sorrow. But the fact is that he was neither the cause of joy nor of your sorrow.
Your consolation too is causing me grief, Maharishi.
Come out of the darkness of ignorance. What was your relationship with this body?
What was my relation? He was my son, Maharishi.
Chitraketu, the one whom you call your son today, how was he related to you before coming into this world? Who was he to you in the previous birth? How were you related to him?
After this life, what will be your relationship with him in the next birth? Just as two logs of wood floating in the ocean connect with each other for a while and then get separated, similarly, all relationships are only momentary, Chitraketu. So do not grieve.
If this grief is the reality, then why did you grant me a son, Maharishi?
Because you had asked for one, Chitraketu. You had asked for a son. Now you realize that the joy you had experienced upon having him, you are experiencing sorrow for losing him. The fact is, wife, money, power, wealth, kingdom, prosperity, land, army, treasury, servants, ministers, relatives, friends, all these are impermanent. All shall pass someday. Don't grieve for that, which is impermanent, King. Therefore, calm your mind, make it peaceful. Then with such a mind, contemplate upon your real nature and give up the delusion of duality. Now you establish yourself peacefully in the Supreme Self.
Lord, my son lies dead here. My wife keeps fainting repeatedly. In this situation, how can one think of establishing himself in the Supreme Self?
King, you are unnecessarily expressing grief. The Jeev who had taken the form of your dead son's body, I am invoking that very Jeev. Perhaps that will end your grief.
The Bhagavad Puran mentions that Devarishi Narada, with his divine powers, invoked the Jivatma of Chitraketu's son.
Why have you called me Devarishi?
Oh, Jeev, see the state that your parents are in after you left. Your whole family is frantic with grief. So take on this body once again.
Devarishi, as a result of my karma, since several births, I have been wandering as demigod, human, animal, bird, tree, plant and who knows how many other species. I do not know in which of my births these two people were my parents. Actually, I have thousands of parents. So how can I consider just these two as my parents? The fact is that I have no parents. In various births, everyone becomes each other's relatives, siblings, friends, foes, indifferent, beloved. and the hated ones. Commodities like gold and silver keep on changing hands of one dealer to another dealer and so on. Likewise, a Jeev keeps on changing bodies in various species at different times. Devarshi, as you already know, a Jeev is actually eternal and free of ego. After entering a womb, it starts identifying with that body only as long as it dwells in it. To the Jeev, which is eternal, immortal and self-effulgent, life and death have actually no meaning for it. It has no likes or dislikes, nor any sense of other or mine. Therefore, Devarshi, I cannot return to this body. Now I shall have to come into this world only through a different body.
Anchor, does it mean that one's vasanas only cause rebirth?
You understood correctly, Jester. Our every action and desire leaves an imprint or pattern upon our mind and our intellect. These impressions created in the mind are known as vasanas. It is our vasanas which motivate our thoughts and subsequent actions. Vasanas alone are the root cause of rebirth. Vasanas always inspire us to act. And when those vasanas do not cease, they remain in our causal body in an unmanifest form, due to which, even after an entire lifetime, a Jeev needs to be reborn due to the remaining vasanas in order to end all those vasanas.
That means as long as there are vasanas, there are births.
Devarishi, so what is the way to prevent this coming and going?
Purification of mind and intellect and subsequent self-realization.
Meaning?
Controlled, unrestrained reactions of the mind occurring every moment. That means to be righteous and study and reflection on ethical thoughts which help purify mind. As long as there are vasanas, there are desires. As long as there are desires, there are rebirths.
Having understood this law of karma, the one who rises above action and reaction becomes free from the shackles of life and death. Anchor, does it mean that our past, future, and present depend solely on our destiny? Can we not change our destiny?
Jester, it is our past actions that create our present, and our present-day actions create our future in the times to come. Our present is the consequence of our past, and our future is the consequence of our present. That's known as the law of karma. Thus, our destiny is in our own hands. The scriptures call this destiny prarabdha. The ups and downs of life that we see, that is prarabdha. How we face these ups and downs, that is in fact our purusharth. Self-effort itself is purusharth. It's mentioned in Bhagavad Gita that just as one discards old clothes and puts on the new clothes, in the same way, Atma discards the old bodies and once again it attains the new ones.
Yasya prasadat bhavamangalatha prasuta gangopanishad vishuddha samarpayamo guru chinmayaya bhuyat prasannassa shiva swarupa